My father, his name is Frank Ng, and unfortunately he passed away. He died before he could see me sworn in to become the California Assemblyman. But before he passed away, he said, Mike, always remember to make a recording of history. And so we interviewed my father about his life. And I think it's very important today that we preserve for all the world to see this time when we are striving to become successful in California and in America as Chinese Americans. Because this moment in history will be lost forever if we do not record it. Just like I wish I was there when the Berlin Wall came down. And we were there, of course, for many, many other historic occasions. But with technology the way it is, if we don't record the advice, the perspective of our leaders, it could be lost forever. And so that's why I really want to thank our incredible team of Dr. Lo and Mei Chen and Chu-Ching Wang for their leadership in trying to record this snapshot of history that could be lost forever. The Chinese in America are like a young child growing up. And just as we want to take a picture of the first time they learned to walk, the first time they learned to run, the first time they rode the bicycle, the first time they went to school, the first time they went on their first date, when they got married. All of these are the history of our Chinese Americans in the United States. And just like we can never go back and record our child learning how to walk if we weren't there, we must record every successful walk and running of the Chinese Americans in the United States, because those moments will be lost forever if we don't record that. And they will become inspiration to many, many generations to come. I'm hoping that this series will be used in the classroom, in ethnic studies throughout, not just the United States, but all over the world, about the Chinese in America, because we have a fascinating history to tell. We have a unique history to tell. And this history will encourage young people throughout the world that if we can make it in the United States, if we can grow up from discrimination and poverty, not learning English very quickly, to become governors, to become presidents of their organizations, of their corporations, become chancellors of the university, to invent many things in physics and in science and in industry, then no matter where you are in the world, no matter how poor you may be, please learn, teach, understand, and get hope for the future, because we can lead our country toward the path of prosperity based on the lessons of the Chinese American in California. I remember my father saying to me before he passed away, he said, Mike, I didn't have the opportunity that you had. I was supposed to be the first person in my family to go to college, and he was 6 months short of graduating from college, getting a degree in architecture. But he said I had to go and serve in the army. But you represent the hope, and then before you pass away, you will realize that you didn't achieve everything, but you must pass that hope on to some young person, and then on and on and on again. So we must learn how to pass the baton, to pass the hope, to pass the dreams that we have, even though we may not have them now. We must pass them on to future generations. And those dreams can start with a video of the present. because the video and the program that you see of the present is really a snapshot of the past that will shed the light on a glorious future that we all have if we learn from the past. And so therefore I am so excited that those of you that are seeing this program may have the same hope that I have for a better tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We all want to be successful. And the success of the Chinese Americans in California and the United States of America is really the success of Chinese Americans everywhere. Because I, Mike Ng, the state assemblyman, could not be here if it were not for the sacrifice of my ancestors many years ago in a village way back in China, who dreamed that someday their grandchild could have a better life than they do. And even though they're not here today to see that, I dedicate my career, I dedicate my time in office to the dreams and the tears and the hard work of those that passed on before me. And so therefore, I am so happy to be here. I hope that you enjoy this series, and I hope that you pass the word on to your children, your relatives, those in your workplace to see this. See it and learn. See it and believe. See it and hope. See it and live. Thank you.